If you want to control a country forever, you don't need military tanks or soldiers. You just need to take away their native language and force them to speak yours. This is exactly the ngũgĩ wa thiong, agent of the world literature, says in his book Decolonizing the Mind. Under the British colonial rule in Africa, the local African languages were intentionally put down and treated less important in the Africa. Instead of that, the ruler forced the English to be the main language used for teaching in school. Even after the independence of the Africa, the people of the African were using English in their daily communication, offices and educational system. So in 1986, agent of the world literature, activist, novelist of the African, ngũgĩ wa thiong, published the book by the name of the Decolonizing the Mind as a guide to free the African mind. He said to the people to drop the European languages and take back their native tongue to achieve the complete freedom. The ngũgĩ wa thiong says in his book that the most powerful weapon was used by the British against the African was not the gun, it was the language. When the British took the control of the whole Africa, they did not just steal the land, but they forced the people of Africa to speak the European languages like English and French, and banded them to speak their own native languages. Thiong described this as a cultural bomb because it destroyed the people's connection to their history and identity, and made the children of Africa feel ashamed to their origins. But the African people were punished in school and in their offices and in their daily life for speaking their mother tongue, so they grew up feeling ashamed of their own roots, histories, territories and cultures, to leave the European languages and take back their native languages, because the true freedom is not in the language of the others, but the true freedom is in the language of the Africa. ngũgĩ wa thiong further says that speaking, writing in their own native language is the ultimate act of the revolution. Further, ngũgĩ wa thiong says that writing and speaking in your native language is the ultimate act of the revolution. At last he said that if you know all languages of the world and you don't know your mother tongue, it is enslavement. If you know your mother tongue and edit all other of languages of the world to it, which is empowerment.